Okay, so we have a little over 4 weeks to go for the ICA April 2022 examination. I think about 3 weeks to go in that case. And I believe that if you have decided you're going to sit for the April 2022 examination, what it means is that you then have put yourself in the spot, you have registered for the exams, and also you are positioning yourself to be able to pass the examination. But like I say all the time, you want to have an honest conversation with yourself and take into consideration a couple of issues in order for you to finalize on your decision. Number one, you want to ask yourself, will I be able to be ready for the exams in the first week in April 2022? Will I be ready? Because we have about 3 or 4 weeks to go. Depending on when you are watching this video for the examination. So it means that give or take, you still have some time to work in order for you to prepare for the examination. So the question and the concern is going to be, will I be ready? Will I be prepared for the exams coming April 2022? Will I be ready? Will I be prepared? That is a question you need to ask yourself, and you need to respond to that question by yourself. Then the second thing is to assess yourself to see if really you will go to the exam hall and pass the examination. And that is what a lot of people refer to as confidence. So do you have the confidence to go into the exam hall and pass the exams? Because like I say always, you want to go into the exam hall and you want to pass the exams. You want to sit for the exams and not just come out and the results are released and you're screwed up. No, you want to pass the exams. So the question is, are you confident enough that if you go to the exam hall, all other things being equal, you're going to pass the exams? These are the two issues that you need to really ask yourself and come to terms with. Now, in making those two things, will I be ready for the exams coming April 2022? And will I pass the exams? If you're not mindful and you're not careful, you're going to be making those decisions in a certain way that you will overanalyze things. And if you're not careful, you're going to be crippled on the right thing that has to be done. Now, what do I mean by that? Because I've seen a lot of people who postpone the examination for a number of years, a number of semesters, because they feel like I ain't ready for the exams. They feel like I ain't prepared for the exams. They feel like I'm not cut out for the exams. I'm going to do it next semester. I'm going to do it next semester. And it's been 3 years, it's been 2 years, it's been 4 years, it's been 5 years. And even some people even stop that, and then they go do their masters or go do something else. Then they want to come back. Listen to me. If you want to go in straight up, go in. If you want to pass and write the exams, go for it. So it is very important for you to really sit down and be truthful to yourself and decide what exactly you want out of all of these. So you need to decide. And that is where a number of things comes to play, and a number of factors that you have to take into consideration comes to play. So for instance, you would have to take into consideration a lot of factors when it comes to dealing with what exactly you need to do. And that is where a couple of sacrifices must come on the table. Because you see, you cannot eat your lunch and have it back. There is no way you can be doing something and do something else at the same time, which means there has to be some sacrifices. So the question then is, okay, when do I want to become a chartered accountant? When do I want to finish these exams? When do I want to do this and move on to something else? Because literally, there are a couple of you who have been crippled, literally. You've been put in a tight corner or in a tight spot where you cannot move ahead to do anything else because you are one way or the other crippled with this decision you made to do the ICA. So it means that number one, a couple of sacrifices would have to be made. Now, I will not be here to advise you whatever sacrifices that you would have to make, but you need to do the assessment for yourself. Probably some of you must limit the time you spend on maybe social media. Maybe you have to limit the time you spend on other maybe TV's programs that you are watching and all that. You have to limit the time for the time you spend watching all that in that particular case. Or maybe you have to look at your schedule. And for those of you who are married with children, it's about having a communication with your spouse, right? Because, like I say always, there is no script for married people. There is no script for single people. There is no script for students. There is no script for busy working executives. There are no questions separately for a certain category of people. So it's going to be the same thing for everybody at the end of the day. You're going to be writing the same papers, answering the same questions, giving the same time at the end. It's not about, yeah, I am old, I am young. It's not about I'm married, I'm single. It's not about I've been learning, I've not been learning. It's about you. It's about your decision. It's about your choices. It's about your sacrifices at the end of the day. So my question to you is, what can you sacrifice? What can you part way with in the short term in order for you to work on yourself to become successful? So number one, you need to identify what sacrifice do I have to be. Number two, I want you to double down. Listen to me. You got to double down. Go the extra mile. It's not enough attending lectures and being taught by whoever the heck, with all due respect. It's not about attending lectures and being taught by Nhyira Premium and that's all. No, it's not about attending lectures by Nhyira Premium and that is all. No, you can sit under Nhyira Premium, you can sit under whoever the heck it is, but then at the end of the day, you're going to go to the exam and screw it up. Not because the person is not good, not because they are not having systems in place, but because you're not ready to go the extra mile. There is a time coming that a couple of you are waiting on to attend all manner of intervention classes. I'm not against intervention class. I don't do that, but I'm not against intervention class because intervention class, it's for people who have been studying all this while and not for people who have been sleeping all this while, working on other things, and then they want to have a miracle within 1 week to go and pass the exams. It doesn't happen. There are some of you, that's what you are. And you've been doing that a number of years, a couple of periods, and it's not giving you results. But you are still doing that. You are still doing that. So you need to find out time to double down. And stop waiting for an intervention class. Stop waiting for revision time. Stop waiting for, oh, I will take a leave 1 week, 2 weeks, and then I will do everything. And Charlie, it's just 50 marks. I'm going to pass the exams. No, you're going to fail the exams. You're going to fail the exam. So we need to have a real talk about all these things going on. You will fail the exams if you're not careful and if you go screw this up at the end of the day. So what am I trying to say? You have to find out and sacrifice something. Number two, you need to really decide that I want to go the extra mile. You have to go the extra mile. You will not pass the exam hall studying 1 week. It ain't going to happen. It will not happen. Yeah, I know someone has told you sheepishly that, when I was writing this paper, I was not having time. Oh, just 3 days to the exams. Then I got one book like that. Then I go through the things, or I attended an intervention class by this lecturer, and everything we discussed came. Don't use an exception to become a rule. Yeah, it worked for that person. It worked for them under that circumstances, but your head may not be good. Like we say in Ghana, your head may not be good. So don't use that to become a yardstick against which you're going to be measuring your performance, against which you're going to be measuring what it is that you have to do. So identify the extra mile you've got to go. Have a conversation with your spouse. For those of you who are married, and find out, is there something that you can hold on doing? Is there something that you could outsource so someone else does it for you? Is it something else that you can stop doing? Listen, you cannot become a corporate executive, climb the top of the ladder, and still doing certain things. I say this all the time. You cannot be mandated and be doing house chores from morning to evening and still become a corporate leader. It ain't gonna happen. So you need to have a conversation where you decide which are the things that I could outsource or I can outsource, and which things can I do by myself. That is it. It's a decision that I made personally very long time ago. One of the things that took my time a lot was washing my clothing, ironing, It was taking my time off. So at the very beginning of my career, I decided I was broke. Literally, I wasn't making money, but I decided that, hey, I don't want to wash. I hate it. I don't want to iron my things. I don't like it. So laundry does it for me. That way, my clothes are well taken care of, well priced. I wear them, and it makes me look good. When I was doing it myself, it ain't looking good. It wasn't looking good. So that is what you need to understand. Outsource. That's the first thing. Second thing, and I understand, was that I like to eat a lot, and I hope you like to eat as well. But then I cannot spend time cooking every time. So what did I do? Outsource my meal. So I have a chef who cooks for me and takes care of my meals for me. So she cooks, package everything. I go, pick it up, put it in the fridge. I want to eat, heat up it in the microwave. I'm gone. It saves me time so that I can work more on my goals, on my ideas, on my desires, on my objective, and most importantly, be able to create content like this for you so you can become successful. I did not make these decisions because I am rich. I did not make these decisions because I am successful. Because some of you are waiting to get there so you can start letting people do certain things for you. No, you don't become before you do. You do to become. Let's take that again. You don't become before you do, then you become. So if you are waiting and saying that, oh, when I become rich, I'll start taking my things to the laundry. When I become rich, I may have a chef cook for me. When I become rich, I will have somebody wash my car for me. You will not be rich. You will not be rich because you need to find out the value of your time and what it's worth at the end of the day. Why should you wake up Saturday morning and start washing from 6 a.m. and finish at 4 p.m.? At the end of the day, your hands and your waist all paining you. Why should you take yourself through that? How about employing somebody to assist you in your laundry at home? That way, something that will take you 7 hours to do, you do it within 2 hours. What have you done? You've saved yourself stress, you've saved yourself some time, and you can spend quality time with your family, and most importantly, spend quality time working on your dreams, working on your objective, working on your goal, and working to become the best version of yourself. That's what you have to do. That is what you have to do. So if you want to become successful, you want to pass these exams, I want you to take away these three things. Number one, you need to learn to sacrifice. Number two, you need to really decide to go the extra mile. And then number three, find out what are some of the things that you can stop doing by yourself, outsource them to other people so you can build your dream. Otherwise, you will never become successful. Like I said, you don't become, then you start doing. No, you do to become. So wherever you want to go, start living that today. Wherever you want to be, start acting like that today. Whatever lifestyle you want to have 10 years from now, start doing that today in your small way. That way, you can build your dream and you can become successful. I believe that if you take these into consideration pretty well, definitely you will become successful. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. Let me know in the chat box what are the things that you are doing in order for you to really become successful and achieve your goals. Let's share the thoughts and continue with this conversation in the comment section, because your suggestion can be of great value to the community as a whole, as we have a lot of people following us, watching these videos, and most importantly, getting content on this channel. So put in the comment section how you are working on your goals, how you are saving time as a person, and how you are pursuing your career objectives and career goals as a rising business leader or as someone who wants to become a chartered accountant. I want to hear from you. Put it in the chat and I'll catch you some other time on the live stream. Stay safe and I'll catch you some other time.